every single year, Mattel puts out some figures that float under the radar, man. Nobody's paying attention to them. They release, and everybody's just sleeping on them, not giving them any damn attention that they deserve. And today, we're going to be discussing some of those figures that I think have passed some people by, whether from the past or maybe the most recent couple years. Let's get into these sleeper figures. What do you think about Seth Rollins just snoozing on the couch right there? I think that's hilarious. He's going to fly the hell away now. We're starting things off with Elite 101 Johnny Knoxville, man. This figure right here, I tell you, this one is definitely a sleeper figure. And one thing that's crazy about this Johnny Knoxville is I'm pretty sure everything about this figure, besides the interchangeable hands and then the shoes, John Cena shoe mold, the classic John Cena shoe mold that has been painted up to look like Converses, mind you, is pretty sick. The rest of this figure, I'm pretty sure, is one of one sculpt. The torso, the arms, the elbow pads, the shorts down here. This crotch piece is definitely not. But, yeah, that's definitely been reused 600 times. But this thigh mold, all of this is one-of-one sculpt. I really don't know if they'll ever be able to redo this, but this was such a fun release, and every time I see this, I think of WrestleMania 39 sitting up in the, you know, the middle upper bowl or whatever, and Johnny Knoxville was in the section right above me talking trash to Sami Zayn during the tag team match with the Usos, which I think was so funny. But Johnny Knoxville, world champion on the back, and this is just a fun figure overall. Just really fun. It adds to the collection. Adds a lot of, that's what figures and toys are, man. It's just all fun, and I think that this Johnny Knoxville nails that. So, Elite 101 Johnny Knoxville. Nobody gives that figure any love. Another figure that does not get a lot of love, and people slept on it completely, is the Trash Corbin, Happy Corbin, Down on His Luck combo. So, what you have here is you're probably like, bro, why the hell would I want this? Okay, I understand. All right, we know the lore. If you know the lore on the Trash Corbin lore, I mean, let's get into it, man. First of all, this is a 2-in-1 figure, okay? It is a very good representation of the character. Elite 99 Corbin right here. Very, very good head sculpt and likeness. And believe it or not, this was my favorite version of Trash Corbin, man, in the entire history. I thought that, Baron Corbin, when he first came from NXT, I couldn't stand the character. I thought it was awful, and we used to talk about it all the time on the channel. But you got this 2-in-1. You got the billionaire or hit the lottery style Corbin here, which does have a lot of details, man. You get the double jointed sleeved arms. You get the tattoo poking through the chest, the open shirt right there. Love the pattern on the shirt. You get these really posable legs. I think that makes this figure great, but what makes it a step better is if you go to his interchangeable head sculpt, he had a Down on His Luck Corbin also. And I did put his crown on there. You got the King Corbin crown on there. And then, if you know the lore, you know the lore of the Trash Corbin figure here. So we have that. But it was a 2-in-1. It had an interchangeable Down on His Luck head sculpt. And then you could, you had that Cloth Goods white shirt that went over it that had the little ketchup stain on it, which is just the chef's kiss. Now, when you put the shirt over this shirt, it's not the best looking, like it can get a bit iffy, but you can still kind of see the tattoo. It kind of covers up the rest of the shirt mold, and it's just such a nice detail that Mattel nailed, and I think this is really underrated, man. Definitely the best Corbin figure they ever released, and I do appreciate that, but next up, we have probably the most recent figure on this list, I think, which is going to be the Elite 122 Andrade, man. I really like this figure. What makes this figure so good is the posable legs. Like when we first saw this figure, or, you get this figure in hand, if you know the lore on the Mattel figures, the pinless pants legs usually, especially if they're denim. If they're denim, it's an automatic lock that is going to be stiff as hell. But these legs, when they're pinless, are usually very stiff. On this Andrade, they're so buttery smooth, man. Such a breath of fresh air, very posable, just feels incredible in the hand, great looking formula and torso. I love the black mask as well, and I think that it looks great with the man bun coming out of the back. Very detailed, comes with a Speed Championship, which I know probably a lot of people don't really give a damn about, but probably, I don't know, it would be tough. Andrade has a really good track record, but this might be my favorite Andrade that Mattel has ever put out. It just is a very fun figure, man. Not my favorite gear either. I don't really like the gear, but it feels so good in hand, and I like the skull mask that it has to be considered. Really underrated. You should buy that on Andrade if you see it out at Walmart. Next up, we do have the Harley race figure from the Legends of the Territory pack. I mean, dude, you want a good figure, man? You want a good figure that nobody talks about? You talk about this Harley race. Fantastic head sculpt. The robe is incredible. And I know a lot of people, they relate that King Harley race, but you want a figure that moves well and is just solid overall. And I know a lot of people just don't really maybe want King Harley Race or a Harley Race figure in general, but if you're a historian and you missed out on this one, you got to go check it out, man. I know not everybody needs this figure, but still, damn good, man. If you just want a damn good figure, there you go. Next up, we have kind of a 2-in-1, and I mentioned this a couple years ago when we talked about it, but we have a couple Jack Swaggers. Now, this used to be a suited Triple H, but this Jack Swagger, I want to say, was it a Best of Pay-Per-View Toys R Us exclusive? Now, I did do a boot swap on it, and it did have a different head sculpt, but I like this figure from the neck down. It's very underrated. I think it came with a smiling head sculpt. Very good stuff right here, man. Back in the day, people used to make Kurt Angle out of this guy. They'd be like, oh, that singlet's close enough, even though the legs were too long and stuff, and formulas and everything, man. The customizing and the community back in the day was the wild, wild west out there, man. There's just so many different ideas coming around and things would take on trends. But this head sculpt here, even the original of this figure, I think it was Elite, was it 30? Damn, Elite 33 Jack Swagger, maybe? I can't remember off the top of the dome. Nah, I don't think it was Elite 33. It may have been. I don't give a damn. Came with the American flag, all that. That was a damn good figure, too. But if you put this head sculpt on this figure, it's chef's kiss as well. But I know that's kind of a 2-in-1, 3-in-1, because this suited Triple H figure is damn good. This figure by itself is damn good. And the figure that this head sculpt came on was damn good. So that's kind of a 3-for-1 deal right there. Next up, we have possibly the most underrated Elite of all time. You can let me know what you think, man. Elite 85 Bray Wyatt, the figure that started the double jointed arms in the Elite action figures. Now, say what you will, I know the colors and everything don't stand out. Maroon shirt's not great, orange pants, kind of weird. And this figure is what the Elite from ringside should have been, because that figure is abysmal. This one knows what the hell it's doing, alright? The sculpted collar underneath the shirt. Now, I know he doesn't have a belt and stuff like that, but very, very poseable. I love this sculpt on the legs. I don't think they ever reused this sculpt. I don't think they ever reused this sculpt. This figure has a bunch of unique sculpts. I really dig this figure. Great head sculpt. Really underrated. Pinless double jointed arms. They look great, and this figure accomplishes a ton of things. Again, that the basic figure is probably above them all, but the ringside exclusive Firefly Funhouse Bray was not even close to this. A lot of people crap on this figure, and it went for very, very cheap on the aftermarket when it first released. But this is damn good, man. If you know ball, you know how good this figure is. You need to jump on that one. Next up, we have Elite 65 Eric Young, man. Oh my goodness gracious, man. You talk about one that kind of slips through the cracks nowadays. Unreal head sculpt, unreal likeness, and just head sculpt and facial expression in general. Great formula, great gear, tattoo looks great. And then he has these really unique boots that we never saw again, man. You get in here, he has the tongue of the boots flap down. Look at this, man. We never saw this again from Mattel. Very, very unique sculpts and great colors and stuff. He also came with a mask, I'm pretty sure, like a little face covering, and he had an entrance vest. It's an underrated figure, man. Nobody talks about how good this figure was anymore, and I understand, like, why would you bring this up, but I don't know, it's kind of one of those really good, lost, forgotten figures, which probably could make its own video, but that's kind of what this is, you know, figures that people have kind of moved on from, but those Sanity figures, the entire set was damn good. Next up, we are getting into the Fan Central Akira Tozawa, man. What an unbelievable figure, man. What an unbelievable figure. I always enjoyed this figure. The colors and everything were great. I think he also came with a t-shirt, if I'm not mistaken. Was it purple? And I like the usage of the shorts here. The green and blue contrast really, really well. And great likeness, man. Great likeness. We've never seen another Tozawa Elite, which would be really cool if they ever gave us again. I don't know if we'll ever see that again, but it's still a damn good figure, and I think that you have a lot of really cool things going on, man. Really bright gear. And those Fan Central figures, man, they were tough to track down. Speaking of Fan Central Big Show. So damn big, you can't even fit him on screen. Dude, this figure is built like a tank, man. Great likeness, very big, gigantic knee pads. The biggest knee pads you've ever seen in your life, which I don't like. But, I mean, I don't know. It's Big Show, man. You're going to be doing 450 splashes or something? I don't think so. It's a really good representation of Big Show, man. It almost looks like a basic, the way I'm looking at it right here. But I like the gear. I like the stature of the figure. I like how big the hands are. It's a fun one, man. If you want a good Big Show figure, right here. I love it. I love the thickness of the beard. The likeness was good. This is a really solid Big Show figure that you should not sleep on. And last but not least, we have two big dudes here that are the same character but two different waves. We got everybody's favorite Otis. Dude, these are way better than they should be. You know what I mean? You know, you get those characters sometimes, and I mean, this is practically an ultimate without the butterfly joints. I mean, you get this range of motion here. He's got double jointed arms. I like the shirtless figure, you know, with the little Money in the Bank pail. Say what you will about that, but as a big guy, he poses so well, and I love that they sculpted the knee pads so that the double jointed knee is not hindered by anything. I think that's brilliant. Love these boots as well. The colors pop nice. Then you have the Elite 106 over here with the interchangeable hair, which was great. Got that singlet on there. Got the big red shoe shirt. And again, all Otis figures have the sculpted knee pads over them. And I think it works so well, man. I think it works really well. Red and black boots. Very, very crispy. Underrated figures right here, man. People sleep on the Otis figures. Say what you will about the character or whatever the hell you want, man. Otis is probably an underrated wrestler, too, to be honest with you. But I really dig the Otis figures. They are slept on. People don't give those enough credit. You want some good figures in terms of the WWE Mattel line? Look no further than this video, man. I've given you plenty of figures here that are very slept on. I mean, look at Seth Rollins over there sleeping on all these damn figures. Wake your ass up and go get some of these because there's some good ones. And we could probably, dude, there's many options we could do, man. And honestly, the other day, I was posing around this Axiom, this Chase Axiom. This should have been way higher than number 25 or number 20 or wherever I put it on last year's countdown. This Axiom is incredible. I love the way it feels in hand and poses, and I've just had a lot of fun posing him around. So I want to give a shout out to him. So we'll just plop him right there, and there you go, bud. Regardless of the fact, man, let's get into our random shout-out before we get out of here. And our shout-out today is going to go to WrestlingFigures_Entertainment, who says, I hope we're going to get buyer pass video about new figs. It hasn't been on the channel for a long time. And yeah, there is a new buyer pass coming with the new gallery that should be dropping very soon. So whenever that new gallery drops out, we'll put out a news video, and then, you know, maybe a day or two after, we'll do a buyer pass, and I'll tell you all the figures you should buy or pass on. And we'll get into that, of course, man. And we're on the road to WrestleMania, so when we get to WrestleMania, we'll also have some there. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you guys so very much. Leave me a like if you will down below, man. I'd greatly appreciate it. But I'm getting out. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.